Hi everyone, Cal here with the Energy Outlook for September 2025. Key events for September are Saturn is returning to Pisces as part of its retrograde motion on September 1. Mercury moves into Virgo September 2. Uranus is retrograde in Gemini from September 6. Venus moves into Virgo September 19 and Mars enters Scorpio September 22. The other significant news for September is that 8 of the 13 VOCs this month are Saturn-led. September 2025 is a big month for activations initiating the release of residues from previously unresolved frequency sequences, particularly residues that were generated from Saturn in Pisces over the last 20 years and Uranus in Taurus over the last 7 to 8 years. These are initiating our preparation for structural changes that will occur within the quantum and cellular bodies over the next 6 to 8 months. As with Pluto's back and forth movement between Capricorn and Aquarius throughout 2024, the movement of Saturn and Uranus in and out of their new zodiac homes for the rest of 2025 before they settle into their new transits in 2026 will be stirring up the energetic dust bunnies within our energy fields and cellular particles, bringing them to our awareness for observation, acknowledgement, love, and resolutionary release. Thankfully, we are supported through this period by the source frequencies coming from Mars and Venus and new communication patterns of Mercury. Overall, September 2025 invites us to release our attachments from the past that have been anchored in distorted masculine and distorted feminine frequencies and embrace an expanded awareness of the receptivity and support that source frequencies provide. Let's talk about Saturn. Saturn begins the month returning to Pisces through its retrograde motion. Soon after, the first of the Saturn-led VOCs gives us a very short blast of residue release. We're talking minutes, only minutes for the first of VOC as the moon moves into Capricorn. This release is likely to manifest through our communication as Mercury is moving into Virgo later the same day. Saturn is leading 8 of the 13 VOCs this month, and these windows of varying lengths of time will provide us the best opportunities for gaining awareness and releasing unresolved Saturn in Pisces residues that have been accumulated over the last 20 years. While Saturn will be retrograde in Pisces until late November 2025, this month, September, will bring to our awareness that old patterns of thought and behaviour do not provide the payoffs that they have in the past. Unexpected reactions and outcomes resulting from us engaging in habituated behaviours will initially bring confusion and probably cause us to question what is happening. This new awareness will guide us to deeper levels of self-discovery and self-evolution. Uranus retrograde in Gemini. We can work with the self-awareness arriving through Saturn's temporary return to Pisces at the beginning of September to get a head start on the same process of awareness and release for Uranus in Taurus frequencies. As with Pluto and Saturn before it, Uranus will, through its retrograde motion, return to Taurus in November 2025. But when a Uranus turns retrograde in Gemini on September 6, it will initiate the process of releasing unresolved frequency sequences of the last 8 years before Uranus re-enters Gemini in 2026. The practicality of Venus in Virgo from September 19 will initiate the release of the next level of distorted feminine frequencies. Mars in Scorpio from September 22 will be resolving distorted masculine frequencies through a deep self-reflection and desire for authenticity. The combined activations of Venus and Mars will initiate the opening of an inner union portal that will peak with the Venus-Mars conjunction in January 2026. If you are on or will soon be on the Divine Union Soul Path, this will be a major activation for you, as this will be the most intense inner union portal since 2019. We had a glimpse of a polarity shift within communication while Mercury was in retrograde in Leo recently. That evolution of open and authentic communication will solidify during Mercury's transit through Virgo from September 2. Venus and Mars will be particularly impacted by Mercury in Virgo, and this shift into authentic communication will also be noticed in the impacts of Saturn's activation throughout September. September 2025 offers a rare and potent convergence of planetary retrogrades, polarity shifts, and frequency releases, all of which is conspiring to initiate a deep recalibration of our inner architecture. As Saturn and Uranus stir the sediment of long-held energetic residues, and Mercury, Venus, and Mars activate new pathways of communication, receptivity, and authenticity, we are invited to pause, to take a moment to witness what no longer resonates and discover what does. This month is not about rushing towards resolution. It is about cultivating a safe space within for observation, for observing the slow unfurling of self-awareness, and for the gentle integration of new source frequencies. Whether you are navigating the Divine Union Soul Path or simply attuning to the subtle shifts within your own energetic field, September marks the beginning of a frequency sequence that will unfold through the next 6 to 8 months, laying the groundwork for lasting transformation. Please note that the residues are not rising to overwhelm, but to be met with unconditional love. The activations are not arriving to destabilize, but to reorient us towards truth. And the planetary choreography is not unfolding randomly, but with exquisite divine timing, guiding us towards a more resonant, embodied way of being. So, let this be a month of listening, integration, and sacred recalibration. Thanks so much for being here. If you'd like to find out more, please visit us at www.workingwithresonance.com.au or send us an email to admin@workingwithresonance.com.au.